don't care if he fakes love me because he's nice.
Characters and events portrayed in this video are entirely fictional. Any resemblance to persons living or dead is absolutely, unquestionably, without a shadow of a doubt, purely coincidental. Truly. For the purposes of this video, please imagine that it's the latter half of 2022 and that I'm a slim-built, bearded, Arab man in my late 20s called Halas, which coincidentally enough not only spells a common Arabic name backwards, wink wink, but also means enough or stop in Arabic. Allow me to present Exhibit A.
Honestly, maybe that's what's fucking me up so bad. It's just hearing him be someone I didn't know him as. Like, I don't understand how someone can look me in the face and lie to me like that when I'm crying over you. So much emotions to process. God, he had like a whole fucking 5 different lives going on in the background. Why does my hair look like a fucking nest? I'm just mourning. And not just because of him, because before him I had problems too, and they just all magnified because they weren't resolved. I'm back to square one with even more problems. That's how I feel. If I loved anything, it was an idea of him that I thought, because he, from the day one, made me care about him. It would literally be breadcrumbs. That's where the expression comes from. He would, the little cat toy, anything I would look for validation from him, anything. Like,
A lonely, middle-aged, desperately unhappy, desperate in general, woman with a poorly hidden self-esteem issue who has recently and very publicly gone through a very volatile relationship and, this is important, is known to earn a substantial amount of money. A quick Google search will tell you it's estimated as being between $1,400 and $22,000 a month in September, October of 2022.
just hold on. Ah!
Baby, tell me that she love you like the way I love you. All the
I'm totally fucking okay. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm okay. And I don't care if he fakes love me because he's nice. I just want a fucking loyal fucking husband! Why am I so obsessed with love and fucking men? What's wrong with me? Why can't I just be happy? Nobody. If I'm in love with you, nobody will love you like I love you. Nobody will love you like I love you, no matter who the fuck you are. No matter who you are, even if you're Kim, you know what Pete Davidson? Even Kim Kardashian can't love you like I love you, because if I love you like I fucking love you. I drank like 5 rum punch and a whole bottle of rum.
I know from her social media that she has a preference for slim-built Arabic men, that she desperately needs to be loved and feels her worth is compromised if she isn't in a relationship or is seen to be desired, that she wishes to be looked after and worshipped, that she's rumoured to have offered the last man she was interested in a salary to date her, that I don't even have to genuinely be in love with her, that I just have to give the impression of being in love with her, and that she'll tolerate a lot of shit behaviour, including cheating, going AWOL and being lied to, that she has a tendency to believe whatever she is told as long as it suits the narrative in her head, and, this is important, that when in a relationship she throws her money at her partner to overcompensate for her fear that she isn't good enough. In other words, that she has a history of buying love and attention. Also, that she meets all her potential relationships on apps such as Tinder.
And I don't care if he fakes love me because he's nice. Okay, Frank, if you want, I'm in the parking lot, like beside Chat Time Tea, right across from the Petro Canada. And I'm just like, he is nothing how I pictured him, like in his pictures. Like he was like, oh. Yeah. By the way, his name is Nicholas. I think if it works out Sunday, I'm deleting all my online dating accounts, because honestly, no, maybe I won't. I'm just so sick of it. Like, I'm sick of the catfishes. I'm sick of the salamis, the fucking Italian sausages. He's like the weirdest guy I've ever talked to. I've never like
encountered this before where it's like one minute you're acting like you're so into it and you just can't wait and you want to see me and you're talking nonstop, and then all of a sudden it's just like blocked.
So the Egyptian guy is very, is it like, I don't know if it's like all Egyptian men, but he's very fucking pushy, like bossy. Like tells me what to do all the time. Like not tells me what to do, but like yeah, he tells me what like I should like he got mad at me because I didn't want to go over like yesterday. I'm like in bed, I'm tired. But he's so fucking hot. He's so hot. Oh my god. And then he sent me a picture of his nude body and I was like,
Armed with this knowledge, I will take steps to, firstly, introduce myself as potentially her ideal man, knowing that I fit her physical criteria already. I will portray myself as being A. someone successful and therefore someone who would not be interested in her financially. B. a man with traditional values who believes that a man should look after and provide for his woman. C. a man whose physical preference is for larger women and who thinks that slim women are unattractive anyway.
this man is very, very smart, has a very good job, makes good money, has his own place, has a good, nice car, drives very well, is very confident. I like the way he's very, oh, and looks wise, he's perfect. He's an Adonis body, like looks wise, he's a younger, more vibrant Tony, like beautiful hair and beard, black and beautiful teeth, and looks at me and just like, I can't wait till you're here, baby, and just his body and oh fuck. And the way he just makes me feel like I'll be safe with him, but
if she responds, which I have no doubt that she will, I will endeavour to tell her everything that she needs to hear in order to convince herself that, despite the distance, I am someone who she needs to have in her life in order to feel all the things she thinks she should feel when in a romantic, idealised relationship. I will tell her that she is the most attractive woman I have ever laid eyes on, and that in fact her size only increases her attractiveness in my eyes. I may even mention that I've only ever been involved with bigger women and that I think they are literal goddesses among inferior, normal-sized women. I may even casually mention that my long-deceased mother was also a bigger woman and that she was my everything. I will explain that I prefer Western women as they are more beautiful than Middle Eastern women, in my eyes, and that I also find Western women more interesting to talk to and that I have more in common with them.
he wants a relationship, so he's really, you don't even know me, you're already possessive, like what the I'm really on cloud nine, like I don't have feelings for him yet. I don't have feelings for him, I just enjoy his company. Yeah, he really like likes me to stay over. He doesn't ever want me to go. So I mean, I think he's like, he probably would get attached if anything. Morals and ethics are very important to him.
I will establish early on that I am solvent, have my own place, my own car, run my own business, and that the only thing missing from my life is a wife. I will stress repeatedly that I'm not interested in a casual relationship or even long-term dating, and that my only intention for being on a dating app is to find a wife. I will keep mentioning my desire to be married, and I will mention it frequently. I will also add that I consider marriage a done and done, once in a lifetime deal, and that I want my marriage with my wife, my soulmate, my everything, for the rest of my life. I will stress that I consider marriage to be a partnership, but one in where the husband takes all the responsibility and where the wife simply lives a life of relaxation, safe in the knowledge that she'll want for nothing.
Alright, so yeah, this guy, I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I'm sure if I wanted to go, he just messaged me not long ago. I'm sure if I wanted to go to Montreal, so he's a cook or a chef. I like his energy. He's very, very friendly, very happy-go-lucky, very respectful, very nice. Like, I want to be your birthday. Come over for your birthday. I want to be your birthday present. I don't get red flags like aggression. There's no aggression. There's no. Actually, it's the opposite.
These things that I tell her, of course, I have told many other women before her. I literally have a script that I can modify as I go along to tailor to the individual. The majority of women will begin to question my motives, as they believe the old adage that when something is too good to be true, it usually is. I perform this charade several times a month. It's something that will either be over and finished within a few days, if that, or something I will have to invest all my time into if my mark is naive enough or desperate enough to take the bait.
Showing me like that he likes bigger women, just like stuff like that, and just made me feel comfortable. And he was like really into me and messages me every day, and has a good job, has their own money, never like doesn't ask for money or like talk about money at all. Mentioned getting a hotel room for us, like so there's like, yes, I think the video thing is just like a kink for him, but I have to be very, 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 very careful. Like, when I tell you I'm going to use this experience to learn from and do things better and differently, I mean that. I wholeheartedly mean that.
Oh, from experience, not to mention money at all, unless I'm offering to pay for everything out of my own pocket, such as flights, accommodation, food. I might even send them a gift card to pay for them to treat themselves. I will not at this point ask for bank details in any way, or even inquire about their profession, as I want to create the illusion that their finances are of no interest to me in the slightest. Remember, I already know.
Well, I have been seeing somebody, and they are, it's just kind of really gone really fast.
As initiated by her, I will not send any suggestive messages or pictures, as I wish her to feel that I am as serious about looking for a wife. Also, this will help bolster my story about being a man with traditional values. I will ensure that I am available every time she messages or wishes to talk, explaining that because I run my own business, my timing is flexible and that she is my priority anyway. Everything I say or do is engineered to make her feel that I am the perfect companion and that we are soulmates. That is, us meeting on the dating app was destiny. I might even throw in it was God's will. I will tell her that every time I talk to her, I fall more and more in love with her, and I don't think it was possible to love anybody this much, and that I've never felt like this before.
We've been talking a lot, like video, pretty much all night since we've met. So I've been really busy just like talking, and he plays music for me at night. Like, we have a little routine. We like, have some time alone, and then he'll play music for me. He's like, maybe you could play music for your videos sometime. Would you guys like that?
Depending on how quickly she becomes attached, I may test her commitment by saying something like, I wish you were a little bit more modest, because in my culture women are cherished by their husbands and we are very protective, and I want you to feel the same way. If the next time I see her she has made some attempt at being more modest, I know that my plan is succeeding. I will place all my focus on her, giving myself a month to see it to fruition. If the plan hasn't reached the point where she'll happily give my money voluntarily, as she will think it's her idea, by the month's end, I will give my excuses and move on. It doesn't have to be much, she just has to be willing.
Hello guys, welcome. So, as you can see, I purchased my first hijab today. I feel good being covered. I'm a little bit insecure about my hair loss, and I just feel more secure being covered. And I have decided to try to adopt different values, try to be more humble. So I feel like things that are more important to me are starting to be our values and principles and things like that.
Start to talk about how much she's changed my life and how I don't think I could live without her. I start hinting that I can't wait a minute longer and that I long to start our lives together as soon as possible. I want to find out how much she is willing to do in order to be with me. Will she put her current life on hold? How deep is she into this relationship? If she says that she can't possibly drop everything and see me right now, I'll back off and see if by giving her less attention she'll panic and be more willing to do what I ask. If not, I'll simply vanish.
Women, it's the traditional value of something. It's like the conservative nature of it. I'm kind of liking right now at this point in my life. The idea of having an actual husband to take care of me as a wife and like have that mutual bond of respect and built on actual values other than just sex and valuing you as a role as a person, to contributing to the relationship as like a wife. And
if she says she'll come within the next few weeks to a month, I know I've caught her. We'll start to make plans. I'll talk about buying her a ticket, ask what she needs me to buy for her so that she'll feel at home as soon as she arrives. Start talking about the kind of life we're going to have together and all the things I'm going to do for her once she's here. And of course I'll tell her about the arrangements that I have to do to organise our wedding. I'll tell her all the steps I have to take, all the paperwork, and all the red tape involved.
This man is very, very smart, has a very good job, makes good money, has his own place, has a good, nice car, drives very well, is very confident. I like the way he's very, and looks-wise, he's perfect. He's an Adonis body, like looks-wise, he's a younger, more vibrant Tony, like beautiful hair and beard, black, and beautiful teeth, and looks at me and just like, I can't wait till you're here, baby, and just his body and and the way he just makes me feel like I'll be safe with him, but
I will go ahead and claim to book her flight, but unfortunately there'll be some problems with me paying because the name on my credit card doesn't match the name of the ticket holder. I'm hoping she doesn't realise that this isn't actually an issue. Or I'll say that I can only pay for the ticket from the country of departure, something that will force her to pay for the ticket herself.
well, he's gonna pay for me to go there. Like, he wants to fully take care of me as his wife. Like, fully. It kind of appeals to me. Down under, Tom. No, stop it. Oh. Oh, thanks, Down Under, for the super chat. I feel bad. You didn't have to send that. I don't want you guys to freak out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. That's why I really didn't want to say anything and was keeping everything under wraps. But at the same time, this is why I talk about things on my channel, because I talk about things that make me a bit nervous, and I know that I don't really have proper judgment all the time.
Know for certain that she is coming, that the tickets are booked for, paid by her, and the visa has been acquired. I'll continue with the sweet talk until a couple of days before she arrives, or even the day before, to make the next request seem urgent and completely unexpected. I will call her, in tears and panic, and say that we can't get married because A, the short notice, B, because she's foreign and doesn't have the correct paperwork, and I'll tell her there's nothing we can do, that there's no way it can happen, and that maybe she should postpone the trip until I can sort it out. Or maybe she should postpone her trip until I can sort it out.
I'm supposed to go to Kuwait to get married.
Of course, at this point she would lose money if she was to change or cancel her flight. And she's so set on the idea of getting married and of us starting a life together that she cannot imagine not coming. I'll explain to her, unless we're married, we won't be able to be together, as it's illegal for unmarried couples to spend time alone. I'll make it seem like we won't be able to spend time together at all, unless we are married. She'll ask me if there's anything I can do, and I'll tell her I'll try my very best. Then I will go no contact for a good few hours. No calls, no messages, and I won't even read any of the messages she sends. I'll go missing. After about 5 hours, a long enough time to suggest that I really made an effort, I'll call back and tell her that I know someone who has a relative that could do something to speed up the process, and that it's not exactly legal, but it is a common way that couples circumnavigate the red tape here in my country when they really, really can't live without each other and need to get married immediately. I'll explain some sort of vague but important sounding document, say I can't translate its name into English as it's very complicated, so she can't look it up on the internet, and explain that my friend and his relative will need financial compensation for helping, as they are technically committing a crime.
I really, truly, truly believe that a lot of problems would go away if I just really listened to what spiritually is ailing me and realign myself with some values.
I will also explain that I can't give them the money as they need for it to be paid for in cash, and that the amount, conveniently, exceeds my withdrawal limit for the day. She offers to wire the amount in cash immediately, and I get her to send it to a friend of mine because, in real life, if I get too many wire transfers from a number of foreign women, I might alert the authorities. And my friend will probably take a small percentage for his help.
Okay. All right. Welcome, Al Sultan Salah. Welcome. Hi. He's a new Beezer. He's our newest Beezer. I hope you guys will be very welcoming. Please be very welcoming and respectful would be super nice. So I told him I have a lot of, my fans are very comical. We like to joke around. We like to joke, but I really, really, really need you guys to be respectful of
certain things.
This is averted, everything goes to plan. I am several $1,000s richer and I haven't had to pay for a single thing. My fiance will be arriving in a few hours, and once she sees that my car and my accommodation are not exactly how I described, I will explain to her that I was so instantly drawn to her beauty and kindness that I lied for fear of losing her. That despite appearances, my feelings for her are true, and that I want her in my life more than anything I've ever wanted. Knowing that she is already emotionally and psychologically invested in me, and that she has given up everything back home to be with me, she will stay, and she will help me provide for her in the way that I said I was going to.
Thanks for joining me on this adventure. So I'm here at the airport and I'm looking for my check-in gate. So for Qatar Airways. All the way at the back.
Romance scamming is a long-term commitment that can last for weeks, months and even years. As long as it continues to be profitable, I will continue to maintain the illusion that we are in a legitimate relationship, even to the extent that I will be intimate with my target. I mean, it's just another form of prostitution when you think about it. And anyway, opportunities to have intercourse in my country, given the religious climate, are difficult to come by, so why not? I can always keep my eyes shut and think about something else. As long as the money is coming, or at least I am being kept in a manner way above my capabilities, this will continue. If not, I will start to withdraw, be less available, withhold affection and intimacy, and patiently wait for my target to either leave the relationship themselves, or until I can come up with a convincing excuse myself to end it that will not have any repercussions on me. The line is this: no one is immune to being swindled. As long as I can identify the right type of person and know the right things to say, it's literally all in a day's work. Last year, 70,000 people reported romance scams to the American authorities. Don't assume it couldn't happen to you.